because normally whenever I'm doing normal stuff or like when I was even getting on the plane, I'd be thinking like thoughts that would like bring me down or like something crazy is gonna happen. Like I'd be thinking the worst possible situation. But after that, after the first prayer, all those thoughts went away. And also,
And he told me to pray over multiple people, and I just felt the power of him moving through me. And God told me to lay a hand on her and pray for her. Well, I laid a hand on her, and like everybody's hand was on her, and I started praying, and I spoke in tongues and all of that. And when I was praying, I felt her heartbeat like average and not bad. So I looked up because I thought someone was like maybe patting her back, but actually no one was patting her back, so it was the Holy Spirit.
That was the first time I was ever filled with the Holy Spirit. It was in this church camp.
I was really nervous and like scared because I didn't know what was going to go on, and I like asked God. I was like, can they pray over anxiety and stuff? And then the very next day they started praying over like casting out all the fear and anxiety and depression, and I just felt so free. And then
God delivered me and he helped me because he brought me back to believing in him, and he healed my depression.
Really like kind of insecure and really quiet, but this like week I've come to Rev Camp and I feel myself being more open and talking to more people and just being like a whole lot more like myself.
He's made me realize that I was very delusional about my loneliness and that I have a lot of people around me that care about me.
God has done in my life at Rev Camp is open my eyes to basically receiving him and receiving Jesus, and also
able to like help me out through the stuff that I was dealing with before, like being able to forgive myself and be able to forgive others.
The Lord has opened my heart into like a feeling of like freedom.
Something God has done in my life is take away my depression, my anxiety.
Something God did for me this week is when Ashley was preaching, she had us do an activity where we had it to be burned, and I just felt a huge weight lifted off my chest when the paper went into the fire, and I felt more free than I did before.
Actually, he made me feel way better about myself because
when Jesus is in control, then I'm going to have joy, clarity. I'm going to have
something God did in my life is he gave me my calling, and I feel like I am called to be an evangelist for Jesus. Go Jesus.
He's transforming me each and every day.
Wednesday night, I got healed from head to toe with my spine, my herniated discs, and my feet. Back in February, I was diagnosed with 3 herniated discs, which basically they told me I would never, I would always have it. So I've just always been okay, I'll always have it. And then when I stepped on that stage and she placed her hands on my back, I felt everything going away. And I haven't had any pain since.
God has made me more bolder, especially with praising him.
You're not always alone. You always have someone by your side, even if you think you don't, and you have God there.
So basically, God had just reinstilled that I am sealed and that what he had promised for me is going to come to fruition because his plan never fails.
So I say a month, I had really bad anxiety, and I would it wouldn't go away. And then when he was talking about it last night, it all just left, and it went.
Okay, so was it first night? During service, Stacy, she asked us if we had any back pain, and she told us to come up if we did, and I went up and she touched my back and she prayed for it, and it started out at a 5. I felt this overwhelming warmth come over me, and then after that the pain went away. I haven't felt it since then. He had me put my hand on his back and pray for him, and I prayed that his body would be reset and he'd be able to play all the games with us and he won't have any pain. He wanted to get some ice from the nurse, and after that he said his pain was 0, and we're outside, we're playing and stuff, and he fell on his back a couple times and he's still doing fine.
Wednesday night, the lady that was preaching, she called everybody with back pain up and told people to lay their hands on the people with back pain. I had 6 hands on me, and all the pain disappeared after one prayer. one prayer.
Aaron, and I come from a Baptist household who doesn't believe in speaking in tongues. And a few months ago, I didn't realize it, but I was filled with the Holy Spirit. And last night, I was given the gift to be able to speak in tongues for the first time in my life.
No retreat.
No retreat.